My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video. So if you're still paying attention to Halo Infinite at this point and all things Halo, there have been some things that's been getting put out there that can get Halo fans that are still playing this game a little excited for the near future for Halo Infinite. Speaking for myself, I stopped playing this game for a few months, hence why I stopped talking about it. I was just fed up with 343, man. I was just so done with these suckers. Like, if you've been a long time viewer on this channel, you guys know how I feel about 343. It was just crazy to me how this game had a great launch. It seemed like a lot of people was trying out Halo and enjoying the game. You had a lot of newcomers trying out the game, and everyone seemed to be enjoying the game, but that came crashing to a sudden halt quickly. Like, everybody just was like, you know what, it's time to move on. And people just stopped playing the game. The ranking system was bad. Didn't have too many good maps. It didn't have a lot of good game types in it. The whole battle pass thing was, it just wasn't it for a lot of people. So myself and a lot of other people moved on from the game, but you know, like the cockroach that I am, because I still love Halo till this very day. I am like in an abusive relationship when it comes to Halo. No matter how many times it does me wrong, I just have to come back, and I need my Halo. So I have picked up this game again these past few days, and I have been playing it. So coming back to this game, I do see that they have added a variety of different game modes now. That was one of the things, in my personal opinion, that I felt like was really hindering this game as far as just fun factor and replayability. Like, yes, Halo is about competitive play and stuff like that, but it seems like almost at one point they was focusing too much on that. Like, Halo is also about, you need that social casual aspect of Halo as well, and they didn't really have a lot of game modes for that. So coming back to this, I now see they got team doubles and land grab and team snipers and rumble pit, stuff like that. That is modes that aren't new to Halo, but for some reason took forever to finally get put in Halo Infinite. And for months it was just dumbfounding to me how they didn't have those modes in Halo Infinite, considering how popular they were. So those modes are finally in this game. And I seen the DMRs coming back. I seen a leaked little clip of the DMR in Halo Infinite. It doesn't look like how it did in Halo Reach. It doesn't have a scope on it or nothing like that, but it looks really accurate, and a lot of people are excited to see the DMR in Halo Infinite. I guess another one of the complaints was Halo Infinite not really having a lot of good weapons in the game. I mean, in my personal opinion, I mean, again, compared to other Halos, yes, I do feel like older Halo games had better just assortment of weapons compared to Halo Infinite, but I didn't personally feel like that was a thing that was really holding this game back. This game had a whole bunch more problems before we even got to the weapons. You know, but I guess it is a good thing that they are bringing back some classic weapons that were in previous Halos. I mean, I don't feel like it can hurt the game, so that's good. As far as the Forge stuff goes, so the whole thing with Forge, one, a few people in the Halo community have already gotten their paws on Forge. I guess they somehow got a leaked version of it, and they've already been putting that bad boy to use. Suckers ain't waiting for 343 no more. Suckers is not waiting for 343 no more. Some of this stuff has looked really impressive. I seen they remade, I think, Guardian from Halo 3. That looked pretty good. Someone had like this forest map that jump was looking amazing. And I'm like, yo, it's kind of embarrassing that like 343 is taking so long to put out Forge that Suckers is just like, you know what? We gonna get a leaked version of this junk and literally create better stuff than 343 can. And the stuff looks so good. Like 343 themselves had to come out on like Twitter, I think, because they of course know about this stuff. 343 didn't seem like they were mad or nothing. They kind of seemed like they were encouraged by it and said, hey, keep on creating great keep on creating great things in the Forge that's not out yet. So that has been a huge missing link in Halo Infinite. And it's going up to close to a year now. That was what Halo Infinite launched in what, December of last year. So yeah, it's coming up on close to a year, and Forge finally got a official release date. So it's supposed to be releasing in November alongside online co-op. Those two modes right there were kind of the biggest two things that people were complaining about when they dropped Halo Infinite last year. So those two things are coming this November in the winter update. Unfortunately though, couch co-op has been canceled. Split screen co-op, just offline co-op, that has been canceled. 343 said, let me get the quote from them. In order to improve and accelerate ongoing live service development and to better address player feedback and quality of life updates, we have reallocated studio resources and are no longer working on local campaign split screen co-op, said 343 Industry. So yeah, I mean, we're getting online co-op, but as far as if you wanted couch co-op and just to play with your friends offline or whoever, split screen, we won't be getting that. So I feel like that kind of sucks, that especially if you were waiting for that specifically, just split screen co-op and just playing with your brother or sister or whatever, just offline. Won't be getting that. But at least we actually have a release date for online co-op in Forge. Once again, that'll be coming out in November later this year in the winter update, which I am assuming is the last update for Halo Infinite this year. And again, my whole thing is all this is coming what, almost a year later? So it goes back to, did 343 put out Halo Infinite too early? Maybe a year too early. It kind of seems like they did, because you go back to the launch of Halo Infinite. Yeah, it had the single player, but it didn't have the co-op with it. I'm sure some people played the single player, a lot of people didn't, and they just went straight to the multiplayer with that. I'm so glad I ain't buy the battle pass for this game, because I don't even know what's the purpose for it. Like I really don't. I don't be seeing like no cool things that like the battle pass has, to where I'm like, yo, I must buy the battle pass for this. Maybe they were pushed by the higher ups, like, hey, this game better be ready at this time, because remember, Halo Infinite had already got delayed, I think, one time before, when they had put out the whole Craig gameplay, and suckers was like, this is next gen. This is next gen Halo. So remember, they had delayed it then, I think. So I don't think they if 343 did want to delay it again because they knew that they wouldn't be ready in time for Forge and co-op once the game came out, maybe the higher up said, nah, this junk is coming out. And especially for Xbox, like, it's not like they got a lot of system sellers like that anyway. So Halo still being the biggest IP for the Xbox brand, they probably, if I had to take a guess, I don't think this is something that 343 had control of once they did the first delay. I personally feel like they got pushed into putting this game out early, and because of that, some modes that are huge in Halo were not ready, which is why we're getting them almost a year later. So as far as other stuff that I still feel like this game needs, just in order to make the overall experience better, I still don't know why, for the life of me, there is no pre and post in-game lobbies with other players. I don't know why they got rid of that, whose decision that was. Like, those are all things, and not just Halo, but in just multiplayer shooters, that those moments to where you're able to socialize with people on your team or the opposite team before the game starts and after the game starts. Those moments to where you were able to trash talk with other players and just, you know, just joke around before the game started. They don't have that stuff no more in Halo. That might seem like something small, but it adds so much to just the overall community of Halo. So yeah, they need to add that back. I hate that they don't have stuff like that no more. The game still needs better maps. The maps that are in the game currently, and I know they just put out 2 new maps this season, and both of those maps, in my opinion, I ain't gonna say they suck, but they're not really nothing special to, you know, talk about. So, I mean, we all know the game has, you know, maybe 2 or 3 decent maps in the game, but they're not, you know, classic maps that you can play on, you know, hours on end. And the thing with Halo is throughout the course of Halo, there are so many great classic masterpiece maps that, you know, people know this game for. I don't know why 343 just won't put in those maps while they're working on new maps. I think Forge is going to play a huge part in this. Once Forge is released, people are just going to, you know, remake a lot of these maps. So maybe that's why 343 is not doing it. But yeah, just the speed in which these maps are coming out, and they're not even really that good. Yeah, the game still needs better maps, and I personally don't feel like that's going to change until the actual community steps in and be like, you know what, here, take you know, take this map from Halo 2 or 3 or whatever. So yeah, that the ranking system, I don't even know, is the ranking system still scuffed in this game? I don't play ranked at all no more in Halo Infinite, but I just remember it being really bad as far as just the way it worked in this game. I don't know if 343 has fixed it, but I personally just miss the days where the ranking system was simple in Halo, going back to 2 and 3, just rank 1 through 50. It worked. No one complained about it. It was perfect. This whole stuff with, you know, gold and platinum and silver and onyx, and how if you're not that good of a player, but like you have 2 good games, you can be matched with someone that's like 2 ranks above. Like, I don't know. I don't know if the ranking system is still scuffed in this game, because I don't play ranked no more in Halo Infinite, but I do remember that was a problem. The custom game still being inconsistently broken, how sometimes you can invite friends and, you know, you can play a game and then all of a sudden someone is kicked out for no reason. I remember that being a problem, so I don't know if they fixed that neither, but the custom games really used to have a lot of issues when this game launched. So outside of that, bro, I mean, it might seem like a lot, but it's things that have been going on for so long in this game at this point, to where, like, how does 343 like not know this is a huge thing for Halo that's affecting the success rate of their game? So yeah, it's really, and that's the thing, right, with 343, it's always been the small things with these suckers, like the small things they like forget to do or put attention to, that they don't really feel like, oh, this won't really matter too much. No, sucker, it matters. It definitely matters. I ain't gonna say the future is bright for this game, because I do feel like in some instances, for a lot of people, the damage has already been done for Halo Infinite. I don't feel like the people that were trying out this game when this game had first launched, and, you know, were trying to give it a chance because it was a free-to-play game, I don't feel like you're gonna get those players back. You know, those players are back on Fortnite or waiting for the new COD to drop. I don't feel like, for a lot of people, I do feel like the damage has been done already. But for the people that are still going to stick around for this game and its future, and, you know, just the diehard Halo fans out there, at least we got some stuff coming, you know, some big stuff to look forward to, Forge and the online co-op and stuff like that, and hopefully other good updates to follow with that as well. So yeah, if you are still playing Halo Infinite, let a brother know, how do you feel about the game currently? What do you feel about the game's future? Leave it down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all on my next one. All right, we out.